Hey, it's Mr. Drew here. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about scorpions. We have all kinds of things here on our table. We have different types of scorpions, and a lot of people automatically assume that scorpions are bad animals. Well, some of them could definitely ruin your day, but you know what? Honestly, they're not mean. We have to remember that animals aren't mean. These guys just want to eat bugs. They just want to be left alone. And so we don't want to handle them. Now, we're in Maine, and in Maine, we have no scorpions that live outside, so we don't have to worry. But these guys come from different parts of the world, and some of them look very similar, some of them are different, but they're all amazing animals nonetheless. Now, I want to show you a couple here to start with. First of all, we'll start over here. This one is called the Asian forest scorpion, and I'm going to pick her up. Now, she is a little nervous because she's pregnant. She is going to have babies. And, whoops, there she is. She's going to have babies anytime soon. Anytime. Their gestation of having babies is up to 14 months. And so she's like, leave me alone. But if you notice, she's not stinging me. She does have her stinger, and she could sting me, but she'd rather get away. The most she might do right now is pinch me. And that pinch is nothing more than that, a little pinch. But ideally, their claws aren't really meant for pinching or defense as much as they are for just holding their food. Now, she was trying to figure out what's going on. I was hiding under a log, waiting for bugs to come. And we can tell she's pregnant because of that big space. Look how round she is. This Asian forest scorpion, if it were to sting me, do you know what would happen? I would say, ow. That's it. They're not dangerous. They're not deadly. Some scorpions can be, but this particular one is not. They're actually very docile animals. They sting in defense, which means if I sit here and I poke her, she's going to sting me. And if she's in my shoe and I put my foot inside the shoe, she's going to sting me. She's protecting herself. And if she's on a chair and I sit down on her, there's a big butt sitting on her. She's going to sting me. But other than that, she doesn't want to. Now, she's calming down. She knows I'm not going to hurt her. But we're going to put her back into her little container. This is not her home. This is just for our video. We're going to put her back in here and let her have some privacy. And there we go. I want to show you a baby one, though. So here, I have a baby Asian forest scorpion. This one here is what we call the 6th instar. They have to go through a certain amount of molts before they're old enough to be on their own. And a molt is when they shed their outer shell, so kind of like a lobster does, or a crab. And a lot of people think scorpions are related to crabs and lobsters, but they're not. They're actually related to spiders. They're an arachnid, not a crustacean. Now this little guy here, he's eating small little things, but like the mother, would just as soon get away, not sting. They sting to protect themselves, and it doesn't want to sting me. Now, I want to show you another scorpion. This one's not alive, but this one right here is called a dwarf wood scorpion. And the dwarf wood scorpion, that's full grown. So the Asian forest scorpion can grow as big as that first one I showed you. But this one here in the container, that's as big as it's gonna get. It's not gonna get any bigger. And when this one was alive, it did sting me. I was handling it and it fell out of my hand, and I wanted to pick it up so it wouldn't run off and get underneath something. And I picked it up quickly, and that was a threatening move to the scorpion, and it stung me. Now, what happened was, even though it's a tiny, tiny scorpion, it did affect me. The venom affects me. And what it did is, it started my heart accelerating. It was racing. My heart was beating really fast for about an hour and a half. And then it settled down. So all venom from scorpions work differently. This one, no effect, but this one here has a little bit more of an effect, and some venoms can be deadly. So again, if you live in an area with scorpions, you really want to respect them and just leave them alone. Now, I've got a couple of more, and the problem is the thing is with a lot of animals that we work with, you won't come off my finger. There we go. A lot of the animals we work with sometimes hitchhike. They sometimes catch rides from other parts of the world. And so this next guy actually came in to Maine from Mexico. And he came in on a shipment of pallets coming in from Mexico that was being delivered here in Maine, and it walked off the pallets where it was seen. This scorpion right here is called the striped bark scorpion, and it is a master of camouflage. They call them bark scorpions because they blend in perfect with the bark. This scorpion is the one scorpion that stings the most people in the United States, but very few people die. But it can ruin your day. Now, to find scorpions, scientists and people use special lights called UV lights, and those UV lights act differently. You might have a hard time seeing this scorpion, and UV lights allow them to shine. It allows them to glow. So look at that. Now we can easily see that scorpion much easier with this light. This light allows people to find them. And so if you're walking in the desert at night or a jungle, scorpions are found all over the world, they are much easier to see with this. And that avoids you getting stung. So I think they're pretty amazing. Now this is also how scorpions see each other. They see under the ultraviolet spectrum. So this little scorpion here, this little bark scorpion, she's also pregnant. So that's the thing. These guys will carry their babies on their back until they're old enough to defend themselves. And she'll feed them and care for them and stuff like that. Now this one does have a more potent sting, but again, it's usually not deadly. And that's a pretty amazing animal. I got one more animal to show you, and this one here is not a scorpion. It is called the whiptail scorpion. And this one here comes from the southern United States, southwestern United States. And this one here is also called the vinegaroon. These are related to scorpions, but they are not scorpions. And these guys here are completely blind. They live mainly underground. Now they have these long legs for feeling, like a blind person who might be walking with a cane. And these are little pedipalps. The pedipalps also act as their claws to catch their food. And this is a flagellum. It's not a stinger. A lot of people think that's the stinger part. It's not. Now they get the funny name vinegaroon. Why? Because an animal might come up behind and start sniffing them. And she's gonna spray this acid-like substance in their face that smells just like vinegar. And so the animal gets a face full of it and starts rubbing its eyes and stuff, and she can walk away and go find a place to hide. So vinegaroons are neat little animals, and they cannot hurt us. They're totally harmless, but they look kind of scary. And that goes to show that just because something looks scary doesn't mean it's bad. These guys here are really an amazing little animal, and I just love them very much. So I hope you enjoyed learning about our scorpions today, and I hope you want to see more episodes. We'll have more coverage on different animals, and hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and give us a big thumbs up. Have a great day. Peace and love in these wild times.